Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Darkside, and I'm going to be talking about multi-shot, specifically Yangs and rolling attack speed on the Yangs for the multi-shot build for UE. The notion is that the attack speed gives more damage, allows you to shoot more multi-shots, and therefore it is one of the best stats to have in terms of running the multi-shot build. And I am here to tell you that that is actually false. Okay, that is a myth that's been going around for some time, and I am here to actually dispel that myth in creating this video here. Okay, for those who may know me or have seen previous videos of me before, there will be no stutter stepping and no micro involved. So I sincerely apologize if I have any fans out there who are looking for such content. Okay, this is specifically focusing on this. So without further ado, let's talk about it. But before I go into it, we need to understand how multi-shot deals this damage. Okay, we have 5-second windows in which we have to shoot multi-shots in. Okay, we are bound and we're forced by this thing called Wraps of Clarity, as well as Focus and Restraint. Okay, so every 5 seconds we have to activate those buffs. Okay, specifically Wraps of Clarity and, Focus and Restraint, like I said. So to do that, when we shoot a generator, we proc both of those. Okay, so once we do that, we get the Wraps of Clarity buff and we get one of the Focus and Restraint buffs. Okay, you won't see the other half of the Focus and Restraint buff here on the bar because I didn't hit a mob, but to prove to you that it's basically identical, let me actually touch this dead body here. I'm gonna shoot a generator here, and you notice that both of them side by side are happening nearly simultaneously. Okay, as you see here. So they happen and they practically go off almost at the same time. Okay, so with that being said, I don't have to attack anyone. I can just use this to give you an idea of the 5-second window. All right, so with that said, I'm going to run with the standard amount of attack speed that you will see in most multi-shot builds, okay? And that will be, which is usually no attack speed on the Yangs, okay? We had the 7% from the Witching Hour, okay, and then we have the 20% from the Quiver. So this is kind of your standard setup that you will see. So let's count the amount of multi-shots we're going to get within this window before we're forced to use a generator again, okay? So let's let this buff go off real quick. Let me pop my Vengeance, and we're going to count. All right. So we get about 14 multi-shots. We're getting 14 multi-shots within that time frame. So I'll do it again, just to make sure. There we go. Waiting for Vengeance to go off, and then I'll pop it again. And go. All right. So again, 14 multi-shots. We get 14 multi-shots within that 5-second time frame where I have to proc the buffs again. Okay, so now let's switch to a Yangs with the attack speed on it. So you see this Yangs here, obviously not, the best Yangs, but it's going to serve its purpose here in this video. So 7% on this Yang. So this is what people are saying, yo, we have to roll 7% on this Yangs. We have to roll 7% because it's going to give us more damage, it's going to get more touch shots out, etc. Okay, so cool. So nothing else has changed. We got the 7% on the Witching Hour, and we got the 20% still on the Quiver, right? So your normal setup there. So just rolling with the 7% attack speed on the Yang. So we're gonna do the same test. Okay, same exact test. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Again, 14 multi-shots I'm going to get within that time frame. I'm going to do it again. Let the benches cool off. And here we go. See, 14 multi-shots again. So regardless of the fact that this brought me up, this 7% on the Yangs put me at the next breakpoint. So I am attacking faster. I feel like I'm attacking faster. No doubt about that. I am actually attacking faster, but I am not getting more multi-shots within this 5-second time frame that I have to shoot multi-shots in. Okay, and the reason why I talk more, a lot about the time frame is because you don't want to go past that time frame before shooting a generator, because you won't have that toughness buff that you'll need, because you'll die if you don't have it. Okay, and 2, you'll be missing on half of the focus and restraint buff, so you cannot go past that 5 seconds before you have to shoot a generator again, right? So if it works for the 5-second windows for Wraps of Clarity, and one breakpoint is not getting us to the next, or not getting us more multi-shots in that time frame, then for Convention of Elements, which is the 4-second time frame, we're not getting more multi-shots there either. So with that said, that's basically it. What multi-shot does, what the attack speed on the Yangs will do is that it will actually make you a little more nimble than you were before, because attack speed in general shortens the animation frames from when you start and land on vault. So you are slightly more nimble in that case scenario with that. But outside of that, you're not dealing more damage. It's not a damage increase. You don't deal more damage. And the only case scenario where you might want to argue for that, okay, is if your Dead Man's Legacy, okay, has less than 19% attack speed, and or your Witching Hour has less than 7% attack speed. Okay, if that is the case, then the attack speed on the Yangs will bring you up to 2 breakpoints rather than 1. And having 2 breakpoints means you will get 15 multi-shots in that 5-second window instead of 14 multi-shots. So you'll increase 1 more multi-shot in that window, granted that you're able to shoot that often in that time frame. But you will still not gain another single multi-shot in the 4-second window of Convention of Elements. Okay? So there you go. Okay? Attack speed on the Yangs for multi-shot builds, UE multi-shot builds, unless you are in general, is not going to yield you more damage, nor are you going to get more multi-shots in with throughout the overall rip. But it does feel better, and you do shoot a little faster. So there is that. Okay. So outside of that, I honestly would roll with any other stat. Period. Literally, any other stat. Period. In fact, my main build that I use, I actually don't even run my GG Witching Hour. I run the one where I take off the attack speed, because in reality, I'm still not getting, this is not a damage decrease. Okay, so I actually run without it so I can get a little bit more toughness, because it's not really helping me to have the 7% on my Witching Hour. Alright, so anyways, thanks for watching. Comments below. Hope this was helpful to anyone who might be considering rolling attack speed on the Yangs. Please don't. And yeah, see you on the forums.